Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, yeah. But that's it, man. So what do you guys think about Comic-Con stay at home? Was it worth it? What do you think? What do you think, Justin? Did you see any? Did you watch any?
I didn't catch much of it. No, I didn't catch much of it. I like the idea of it from what I've seen, what I heard, but I didn't really catch too much.
Yeah, I liked it until I liked Thursday, and then I lost interest. Yeah. Did you guys? How about you guys?
It was still crazy for me. It's just been a lot of money regardless. So
I didn't spend much money, but
either, man.
My thing about it was it's too much of, well, I can watch any of that stuff later. It's like I don't have to watch it that weekend. And it still wasn't the con feeling. It's not that 3 hours of sleep you're trying to run all weekend long off of and eating crappy food and hanging out with your friends and just running into random things.
You mean you don't like concession nachos?
Hey, it's all about those chocolate bars in the Comic-Con.
It's all about the nachos with the jalapenos.
Oh, I love
miss those jalapenos, man. I miss those jalapenos.
Yeah. If I ever go to a baseball game or a sporting event, I always get those things. That plastic cheese with the nachos.
Yeah. And the round chips. But for me, I think I had too much hopes, right? That more news was going to get announced or more trailers were going to get shown. I think COVID just really puts every company in this unknown, hey, we can't really announce a date because it'll get pushed back. So I don't think we got as much stuff as maybe what could have happened or maybe what we all expected. No casting news. It was all a bunch of movies that we already knew were coming. I don't know. What was the biggest news of Comic-Con? What was the big whoa moment?
That everything was recorded and it sucked. That was the whole thing, right? The whole thing was there was no live panels, right?
I think the best thing for Comic-Con was Sideshow for me. They were live every day.
That was it, yeah.
I think they did it right, and it's just them. Everybody else should have copied what Sideshow was doing. I don't know what the hell everybody else was doing.
Yeah. So Marvel just dropped the ball.
Is D23 happening? Like D23 at home? No,
that's next year.
Not. I don't think it'll happen. How can you? I mean, I'll be honest, man. I'm about 70% sure probably SDCC won't happen next year. I'm good with it. I'm just making I'm making my peace with it. What do you guys think? Do you think SDCC will happen next year?
I mean, as a San Diego local, I would love, the city to get that injection of cash. I just also would love everyone to be safe.
So, I think based on rumors and stuff like that, the vaccine is going to be coming out towards the end of the year. So it should be readily available to everybody. So with that in mind, I do think SDCC will happen next year.
Me and Nick are on top of them vaccines, man, because we have some money invested in those companies.
I'm like, who's making
pharmaceuticals?
Is it Kodak or is it Pfizer or Moderna or AstraZeneca? Who's making it?
But I just know those pharmaceuticals, man.
I just know the initials, bro. ASM, bro, and Pfizer and Moderna. We got money. We're hedging our bets, man.
The problem though is it's a virus, so it's going to mutate. So even if they get even if they get a vaccine for it, it's not going to be 100% every time.
What we need enough people to be vaccinated so that the hospitals aren't overrun.
Right. No, I agree. But then we also got all the anti-vaxxers that are going to go, well, I'm not going to put anything in my system. So, I mean, there's a bunch of people like that with influenza, the flu. But the thing is, there's enough people that get vaccines that when season hits, there aren't people outside on the street in gurneys. Yeah, right.
That's what they're trying to avoid.
I do think we will have a Comic-Con, but it's not going to. I don't think it's going to be the Comic-Con that we're used to.
I think we're all going to have to wear masks. I think there's going to be a mandatory mask. If they do it, everybody's going to have to wear a mask.
Oh yeah,
I can't even imagine it, man.
It's going to be part of your gift bag.
Yep.
One of my favorite memories.
That'll be a dope one, though.
Yeah.
One of my favorite memories from Comic-Con was I just happened to be in the hall when Suicide Squad was walking out from the back to the DC booth.
Oh,
right?
nice.
And so Will Smith is just one of the biggest stars in the world, and he just goes on top of the DC booth and just starts egging the crowd on, and it's just a mob of people just stopped in the middle of the Comic-Con thing. You know, probably a couple thousand people just stopped, and you got the security guards yelling in your ear, "Keep moving!" And I'm like, dude, it's Will Smith. No one's moving, dude. You know, like, it's not gonna happen. But I can't even imagine that situation, right? So, like you said, it wouldn't be the Comic-Con. You wouldn't bring out celebrities.
I don't know.
Could be
I
kind
think next Comic-Con would be great for celebrities because everybody's wearing masks and they can actually blend with the crowd and enjoy Comic-Con. You know, like,
So,
I would go if I was a celebrity. You know, like.
but see, I think your signings and everything. I think your signings are going to be different. They're not going to be like that where they go on the floor. I think it's going to be like what New York Comic Con does, where it's in a side room, and only the people that won the thing are going to be able to go to it, and you're not going to be able to interact and take pictures with them. It's just going to be, they're going to pass a poster. Like when I went and got the boys, they just basically start signing a poster and just pass it down, and they have very little interaction with you because they don't want a chance to get anything.
It's kind of weird, man. This is like the first year in 10 years I haven't like walked on the floor and seen LeVar Burton sitting down signing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the regulars from the booths that are out there all
No.
the time. You know, the entertainment earths of the world and those
Yeah.
types of things.
So Justin, you've been to New York Comic Con, right? Or have you?
Yeah, I have.
Have you been to San Diego?
I have not.
Okay. So what do you? I mean, because I've been in both of them. New York to me is a way better con. It's more of a actual convention. Oops. Okay. There we go. To me, it's more of a comic book convention. What I mean, compared to other cons in your area, what do you think about New York Comic Con, and what's your desire if to come to San Diego, if at all?
I mean, I've always wanted to go to San Diego, and I still would like to at some point to experience, well, hopefully, the experience. New York Comic Con, it's been a couple years since I've gone, but from what I do recall and what I've experienced, I mean, a lot of this is going to play in, obviously, just to how things roll out. I don't think I'm going to want to go to one for quite some time, even if they deem it safe or whatever. I think there's going to have to be a limit, obviously, just on who goes, where people are standing. I don't know. There are so many things that come to mind on just what needs to be managed. It's I don't know. I can't see it being fun in that sense. Like you're saying, even if you're going to meet people, I mean, they're going to be behind glass. They might even be 6 to 10 feet away from you, where you're not actually even allowed. You have to shout to the artist, to for the bigger artists or actors, yep, or whoever, and really not get that interaction. As we were just talking about, if I'd love to meet Chris Claremont, it's it's not gonna be the same if I have to shout to him from 10 feet away or whatever, and look at him through a glass window or something. So I don't know. I mean, it's scary to think about. I've done we had local cons here for a while that I would go to on a monthly basis. And even those, it's I don't know what's going to happen with even something as small as that for just some vendors, not even celebrities and stuff. But,
And those are some of the best backbin diving cons.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it hurts my soul that those are gone.
The other thing that people aren't thinking about, too, is if they're going to have less people, how do you think they're going to make that up? They're going to raise the ticket prices. I mean, think about that. They're going to go, hey, we have to cut out 40,000 people. That doesn't mean
$500 a day.
I mean, it's going to be like that, where it's going to be. I mean, Comic Con right now is what, $330, something like that for
4 days.
5 days, for all 4 days and preview night.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, I'd. So I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if you see it ends up being 500 now for the 3 days, because they've got to make up that money somewhere. And you got to figure they got to increase the safety. There's going to be more cost, and less people.
And more pissed off people not able to go.
Yeah.
I just can see plexiglass everywhere, man. Plexiglass Con 2021, 2022.
Huh.
And even that, I don't think the celebrities or the artists or writers, I think a majority are not going to want, at least in these next like year to 2 year span.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to want to come out. I mean, my dad's an artist, and he is drawn for DC and Marvel in the past. And you know, talking with him about some of this stuff, he doesn't want to go anywhere near. He doesn't want to. Like he loves the interaction with fans and talking to people, but he doesn't want to touch, you know, several books at a time and have to worry. Just the thought of, you know, can I get sick or can, you know, anything like that. So I just feel like there's going to be a lot of artists that are going to opt out, at least for these next couple of years.
But that's gonna hurt the artists and the writers' bottom line, because this is where they make money too, you know. So
Sure.
I don't know, man. We had Mark Wolfman. Remember Rob? He was kind of just pushing books with his pen away. The only con we had here in San Diego was San Diego Comic Fest, and Wolfman and Sikovich were there, and Wolfman was just like pushing everything away with a pen. He was like, "Leave it here. Let me sign that." That's the way I see it happening behind plexiglass, and it's gonna be like you're at Costco, right? Like how they do it, right? You just kind of hand your money.
Either that,
your book to the
either
slot.
that, or it'll be like what they do with Stan Lee, where handlers will touch the book. Basically, he'll sign it, lift his pen up, the handler just slide it out, put the next one in. I mean, I could see that happening. And I could see movie stars showing up for Hall H, but then not doing anything else.
We got to get to the point where there's movies again, man.
I know.
know. There's no movies to promote. There's no, you know, cons.
I just want football.
Comic conventions, right? But like Comic Con.
So,
Yeah.
so is Clayton Crane actually going to meet people during this tour of signing and shit?
So I first showed this to people earlier. Clayton Crane is going around and doing 23 cities in like 30 days or something. And he is going to be at comic shop signing stuff. And it looks like he's going to be meeting people.
He's crazy.
Yeah, you
I mean,
gotta-
far as I'm concerned, like the shop that I know that I'm going to, I just want to go, hey, here's the money, here's the book. You go ahead and do it, get it signed, ship it off, and send it back to me when you're done. I don't care. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
man.
not a person I care to risk everything. And I don't want it's from like 12 to 5. And I'm like, I'm not going to stand in the California heat at noon. Well, probably 9 a.m. to noon just to get an autograph.
And how is he not going to get the row going 30 different cities in 30
I don't
days?
know.
Right? Like, I don't even want to go close to Clayton, man. Sorry, bro. Like, your art's awesome, man, but you ain't avoiding it, man. You know, like doing that, bro. So,
Well, the nice thing, like he's doing a thing where if you pay for the signature and you give your information for CGC and everything, and they will hand deliver to CGC because I guess Florida's at the end of their trip, and then they will ship it back to you afterwards. And that's why I'm just like, can I just give you the book? Well, just here, take the book. Here's my information. Here's my money. Have a nice day.
I don't think I think 110 is kind of steep for me for a signature on
I
slab.
know.
It is pretty steep for what he wants, but I mean, you got to think. What got me was I'm looking at it going, okay, if you want the Unity pen or whatever he's calling it, where it's all rainbow colored,
Yeah.
Infinity pen. If you want that and you're CGC in it, it's like $35. And then if you want to use your own information or use your own spend on your own account, you have to pay them another $10. So they're basically getting you twice for using CGC.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, so
That's
you're,
where they're making their money.
yeah, I'm going like, you're getting $20 for that. So I don't know. I haven't decided completely, but I've got that what is it, the Venom number 7 I'm gonna ship out to Nick to try to get it pressed and flip it back.
Yeah, I got a Miles number 1 variant that I want to get signed by him. You know that one, the Crane, the
Yeah.
Miles Morales number 1. Yeah, it's dope. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of like, dude, you.
I
At
would
least-
talk to your,
That's two
San
books.
Diego's a
that's
second.
torpedo, bro.
Aren't we the 3rd or 4th city, Rob?
Yeah, I think it's 4th or 5th.
Yeah, so maybe we might be all right. I don't know about you, JR.
well, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go because I never go to that shop also, and it's a small shop. I'm just going. You're gonna get slammed.
I think
So I'm gonna ask if he's gonna do something where you can just go, hey, here's the book.
Mhm.
I think JR's before us. So
I am.
Yeah.
Because I think he starts out in like Washington. He hits like Washington, somewhere in Washington, then Portland, and then comes down to Rockland, which is just outside Sacramento.
Yeah.
And then he goes to San Diego, or yeah, I think he skips the Bay Area altogether and goes to San Diego.
Skips LA too.
Right.
Well, if he's starting in Washington and Port or whatever, that they're okay over there, man. You know, like it's strange to see like
Well, not
the city.
Portland.
Yeah, I mean, out there in Washington, right? It's not one of the states that's getting inflicted by this.
No,
this pandemic.
they were the first ones. That's why.
Yeah, and they
No,
stayed
they're actually
locked
doing it
down.
right. Mhm.
Yeah.
But I was just saying earlier that, and you know, Ian, at Torpedo, we're paying like $80 for 2 books. This is
Yeah, we were paying $8. Yeah,
Yeah.
Me and Rob. Yeah,
Well,
Again,
$80,
six.
but that's with CGC and everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, because usually, I mean, you figure it's about $45 to slab a book.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying $90 is for 2 books. That's why I was shocked at $80. But you can get his normal if you just don't want him to use Infinity Pen. You can pay like $15. But if you're gonna do it, you might as well do the whole thing out, and because if I turn around and try to flip that book, if it comes out 9.8 with the signature and everything, it's $1,000 book. And people want, if they're gonna spend that money, they want all the bells and whistles.
Like that Infinity signature. If I was gonna go, I'd have to get that one. You know, so
This is on a Knoll cover.
On that, no, on the Spider-Man
the
Venom 7.
Venom one, the Venom with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
the Infinity. Yeah, then the
Yeah.
Infinity Pen makes
Oh, I
sense.
like the Kylo Ren. It's like
Was that a KRS? Like that was a KRS exclusive, huh? Right here, KRS out here in San Diego, right? Was that a KRS?
This is
Right,
the Frankie's.
Oh, Frankie's.
Frankie's.
Oh, Frankie's. Ooh, Frankie coming up, man.
So, I mean, so they want all the bells and whistles. So, I mean, if you want the Infinity signature on that, I mean, it would work much better.
Can't believe I passed on that book, man.
How much is that going for right now?
The 9.6 is like 600,
Mhm.
I think.
It's crazy, man.
I sold the trade
What?
one for $370 shipped.
I could have got a gold one for like $250.
You could have bought the whole combo set for less than $50.
Yeah,
Which is what
How
I
much
I
passed
is
on
the-
it.
How much is a raw copy?
I want to say the raw copy is only like 200,
Wow.
maybe 300.
The AOK I was telling you about before we went on, the guy that hooked me up with a bunch of books, that was one of the books. It's raw.
Oh, really?
Really?
I didn't realize it was.
That's
I didn't realize it-
awesome.
Yeah, you're good,
now
man.
you're
You hooked-
super A-OK.
you're good, bro.
Yeah,
he gave me like, I mean, it's like $800 worth of books.
yeah. If you've got the Virgin one, I mean, either one of them, I would get that thing. I would send it over to Nick and get it nicely pressed and everything, and then ship it on over to CGC and have them.
Send it
Do
to
their
Nick,
thing.
man, and Nick will ship it to CGC for you, bro. You know, so that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I do. Yeah. So, well, all right, guys, it's getting a little bit late, and I want to thank everybody for joining us again for our mail call show. I think this is our number 14, man. Can't believe it. You know, we're just kind of like going through this whole little pandemic
Religion.
together. So, I want to thank Justin, man, for joining us, man. I appreciate it, bro. Like, it's,
Dude,
you're always welcome,
absolutely.
man, to come back on and hang out, man. Maybe do top picks with us in the future, you know?
I would love to, man. I would
Sure.
absolutely love to. Thank you guys for having me on. I love you guys.
No problem.
The show you guys put on, so I really enjoy the content.
Hey, you want to let people know where to find you, man? Justin?
Yeah, I mean, Instagram mainly, No Good Comics, KNOW. You can find me there, and then No Good Comics on YouTube. starting to put a little channel together myself. So those are main two platforms. But I live on Instagram, so you can reach out to me, DM me. I do some cool shows on Saturdays and stuff. So Lonzo, you're gonna be a guest on coming up in about a month or so. So
Yep.
and maybe I'll have the rest of you guys on at some point. Would be really cool. So
Oh, for sure.
but yeah, thanks again, man. I appreciate it.
Man, I'm gonna put all your links to your Instagram and your YouTube over in the description. So go check it out. Just hit that arrow, bam, and you got Justin at No Good Comics. So JR, bro, what's up? You want to let the world know a little bit more information on where they can find us?
So you can find us obviously on Instagram at Team Nerd Herd Podcast, one word. You can also find us on Facebook at the same place. On Facebook, we have our polls, we have our different things going on. We got some topics coming up that seem kind of interesting. So hit us up, talk shit, whatever. We're good. Tell Nick to lay off the Spider-Man and the Moon Knight.
Right.
Surprise, there's no Moon Knight this time. Anything else we got, Ian?
All right, again, thank you for joining us. And Justin, you want to send us off, bro?
Yo, man, if you want to do it right, collect what you like.